Hey, we back here with another SCP reaction. Woo, man, I told they just walked up right now and everything and started recording real quick. Alright. Oh, man, we are ready to the Starving Skeletons, SCP-2863, Gashadokuro? Kuro? Hold on, I'm not even gonna say it again. You guys already know. I don't like pronouncing, you know, long words, especially names. Hell no. You guys already know. It's by Dr. Bob. I already said Barber, like, you know, Bob, Robert combined. Yo, Flame, just shut up. Continue with the video. Oh man, I'm just a little bit tired. You guys already know. Dr. Bob, always fire. I'm starting to like him a lot and everything. I like him as creator and all that. Which over in the description, go check him out. I'll be happy to give him one more subscriber and everything. And let's get it started. Oh yeah, I'm like a floating head with arms. I got so many yellow shirts, you know what I mean? The thing is, all my yellow shirts is like big, so I like using the house and go to the gym. So yeah, that's why I got so many yellow shirts. Alright, let's just get it started.
The young couple held hands as they walked through the forest, the only light coming from the full moon which streamed down between.
Oh, also, I picked this video out like starving skeletons. Like, they would eat human. Like, boy, I need a skeleton, boy. You better drink that milk. You better drink that milk. Like, what you doing over here killing people for, huh? You know, that's what do nothing to you.
The young woman is riveted by her friend's story. She's never been a fan of ghost stories. She scares too easily. But her friends insisted. But what they didn't know was that there was something else out there in the forest. Something watching them.
I never like ghost stories.
The young woman can't
not because it scares me and all that. It's just it never gets me. Like, I don't think it's scary and all that. I don't know if you guys saw scary, you know, like, you know, ghost stories, like scary stories, like they're telling out, like saying a campfire or telling you like in your house and all that. They don't get me. That's what I'm trying to say.
Scanning the forest to see if there's anything out there watching her. But it's too dark to see anything past the dim ring of light cast by the campfire. Just then, something emerged from the forest. The couple had no idea that it was just feet behind them, matching them step for step. Slowly, it began to reach out towards them. What was it? The young woman instinctually asked.
Okay.
It was the Gashadokuro. The young woman screams in fear as she is grabbed from behind by a skeleton. But of course, the laughing of her friends clues her in immediately that this is not a real Gashadokuro. It's just her stupid friend in a mask. No one can contain their laughter. Even the young woman has to laugh a little. As her friend takes off his cheap skull mask, she playfully hits him in the arm. You jerk. You should have seen the look on your... The gigantic shrieking skeleton leaps...
Now what? Is it funny now, huh? Is it funny? Why is he so big? Like, it's just me, or like... Is he like taller than the trees? Like, am I confused? Like, why is he so big?
From the woods and picks up the young man, shoving him straight into his mouth.
Oh, hell nah.
The boy crying out as his bones are snapped between its enormous jaws.
YouTube, remember that these are all mannequins. You know, you get moved for, like, you know, from animations and everything. Ketchup, strawberry jam, what else? That's right. Kool-Aid, does all that. That's not blood. Please don't give me community guidelines. Oh man!
Run, but another colossal skeleton emerges from the forest.
There's multiple.
Two of the group,
oh hell no!
Hand, before smashing them together over and over, leaving nothing but a tender.
What kind of titans are these? But this might be a Attack on Titan. It's just bones, no meat.
Of flesh between its bony fingers that it then begins to devour. The young woman doesn't know what to do. She's petrified with fear, unable to move.
Or should be the only one escaped.
She's grabbed from behind and turns to see her friend who is telling the story. Come on, we have to go. She still doesn't move. She can't tear herself away from watching the horror that's playing out in front of her. But he grabs her hand and forcefully pulls her into the forest behind him. As they run through the woods, they can hear the sounds of their friends being eaten by the enormous skeletons. There's nothing they can do to help them, though. All they can do is run. The two sprint as fast as they can through the thick, dark forest.
Oh, nah, you got like, what, Vans? And she got like, what, Crocs on? Oh, hell, and ain't not gonna be running that quick, boy. You sure coming with, like, you know, at least something for, like, the forest and all that, man.
Jumping over fallen trees, hoping that there's solid ground on the other side. The young woman's foot catches in a root, and she falls hard to the ground. Her friend stops and quickly comes back. As he is helping her stand up out of the mud, they both notice something. A sound. The heavy thuds of another giant skeleton.
You better like hide in a tree or something. Like, I'm just gonna say, like, you could Loki try to find like in the floor like a creek or something, hide in there, or like, you know, something that they can't see you.
And it's getting closer to them. Come on, we have to keep going. With a loud shriek, a huge bony hand emerges.
Oh, we got ad. I did not pay attention to the ad. You guys already know though. If it's not my ad, and I'm not getting paid at least a single penny, we gonna skip the ad and with no volume, man. But remember, if you ever get one my ad, watch the whole thing. Thanks for the support. But there should be no ad soon. Soon there will be. So yeah. So enjoy the free adless videos.
And grabs the young man.
The
young woman watches as he is lifted 100 feet into the air and
I knew the girl was gonna live.
Skeleton's mouth. She steps slowly backwards, knowing that she will soon meet the same fate. Until the earth disappears beneath her feet. She tumbles down the hillside, somersaulting end over end, crashing through the brush on the hillside until dropping over
that's better though.
If the fall down the hill knocked her out, then the drop over the embankment was enough to wake her back up. Her wits come back just enough for her to roll under the embankment's ledge, and not a moment too soon. She huddles under the ledge and watches as the two skeletons stride over her hiding place.
See, that's what I'm talking about, like, you know, a small streak or something that's like covering the top a little bit. See?
And continue on deeper into the forest. She listens until the sounds of their thudding steps disappear. She doesn't know what to do. Should she try to get back to the campsite and see if any of her friends are still alive? If they are, they might need her help. But what if there are more of these things out there? What if they come back, looking for her? Her mind races, unsure of what to do.
I'm confused, like,
clearly. Her ears are ringing from her tumbled.
I'm sorry for pausing too much, but guys, remember, you come over here to watch me react. Come on, son. You want to see like nothing get paused and all that, just straight video? Original in the description. Go ahead. But like, I'm so confused. Like even two of them. Like, let's say there's no more than two, but like two of them. You see how big they are and everything? I like the foundation. They like, you know, stop them. Or like close out the whole area so no one goes inside, or like no one see them. But one, those big ass footsteps, I know you can hear them from like miles away. So I don't even know how they got close to them when they're like in the campfire and all that, or they just stand there, or they like what materials out of nowhere. Let's say you say the story, it'll come out of nowhere, like you know, real live. Is that what happened? Like, I'm confused. Like, I'm pretty sure if I was there, I would hear that from miles away. Me sitting down, like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
The hillside, and her teeth audibly chatter in fear as she debates her next move, trying to make sense of the nightmare she's found herself in. She suddenly notices something. A shadow cast by the moonlight begins to grow on the ground in front of her. That's when she realizes something else. It's not her teeth that are chattering. The sound is coming from somewhere else. She stands up and turns around to see a huge skull slowly rising.
Oh, hell nah.
The giant skeleton, this one even bigger than the others, reaches out towards her. The girl closes her eyes, preparing to meet her fate as the skeleton starts to shriek. But it's a different kind of sound.
Foundation?
She opens her eyes and is almost blinded by the intense white light on the skeleton's face. It sounds like it is shrieking in pain from the light being cast on it. And she's forced to turn away and shield
the foundation, right?
As she does so, she sees the source of light. It's a man in a uniform.
Yeah, there you go. See, I knew the fun. Like, I'm so confused. So like, so they know it's there. And I guess light is his weakness. Only move on nighttime because, you know, it's shrieking for the light. And that was way bigger than the other one. That's what they were saying. So there's more than two.
Officer, but instead of a gun, he's holding an enormous flashlight that he's pointing at the skeleton. More men who are dressed just the same emerge.
So yeah, that's the weakness. Light.
The skeleton with more
light is the weakness.
It continues shrieking, but seems helpless to do anything. She watches as the skeleton seems to lose its form, slowly disintegrating in the light.
What?
It disappears completely. Later, the young woman is sitting in the back of a van with a blanket wrapped around her shoulders.
So this one of those monsters that just materialize out of nowhere. When you like say a story or like triggers it to like appear.
One of the policemen, at least she thinks he must be a policeman.
Oh, whoa, what happened?
Brings her a hot drink.
What that came up?
She can't believe what she saw there.
Okay.
The monstrous creatures that killed and ate her friends. It felt like it wasn't real, like she was watching a movie play out.
One of these, you know, all over this bad boy.
Were those Gashadokuro? She asks. A man in a white lab coat looks up from a nearby table where he had been working on something. She thinks he must be a doctor of some kind. Yes, he tells her.
Okay.
Or something similar to them. Maybe they inspired the myth of the Gashadokuro. Maybe the myth inspired them. We simply don't know. She asks. All my friends are dead, he interjects.
That's tough. That's tough. I'm just
Getting
checking to see if everything's good. I'm just checking to see if, you know, everything's good, like recording and all that. My boys just recording too. Hey, I just don't want nothing to mess up, you know what I mean? All right.
Skeletons and watching your friends eaten alive would be tough for anyone to deal with. The young woman starts to sob, the weight of the moment finally hitting her. But I have some good news, he tells her. She sniffs and looks up at the doctor. Believe it or not, I've seen this thing happen a lot. And you don't have to worry, because you're not going to remember any of this. Ouch!
Yeah, anesthetics,
the young woman cries, and looks down to see that he has jabbed her in the thigh with a syringe. She tries to push him away, but she's already feeling weak and disoriented. She sways a little before her eyes shut, and she passes out. The young woman wakes.
That's tough. Now you don't even know, what happened to your friend. You just know wake up like they died from like, I don't know, something else. I don't know, what would be like, you guys, what do you choose? Like, actually forget everything and remember like you have no friends of those, or remember like those friends died by like a car accident or something like that, or actually know the truth where these monsters actually kill your friends. Which you gotta, choose.
In the cheery morning light of her own bedroom, she yawns and stretches, the strange dream about skeletons in the forest already drifting from her mind. Konnichiwa, I'm Dr. Bob.
Is this a Japan thingy? It just said SCP-2863. Wouldn't it be like JP in the end?
And today's file is a terrifying anomalous entity referred to in Japan as the Gashadokuro, but known by the SCP Foundation as SCP-2863. The starving skeletons.
But they're so big.
SCP-2863
like, look at them over the tree. There's
but
multiple.
An entire population of entities that resemble gigantic human skeletons. These enormous bony creatures' size can vary, but on average they are approximately 30 meters tall. While their exact number
only 30 meters. Is it the same height as Big Mama? No. Anyone that watches One Piece?
Number is unknown. Over 200 separate individual instances have been identified and cataloged, with each having distinctive markings, such as their bones having different types of damage or burn marks present. SCP-2863 instances are currently found exclusively in Japan, where they will appear only after sunset. It is still unknown if the skeletons are sapient, though they do appear sentient as they engage in their primary behavior of hunting down and consuming humans.
Okay.
Despite their enormous size, they are capable of moving very quietly when they want to.
Okay.
Though
never mind, I was about to say, I'm just saying, like, they're walking normally like that. I could hear them miles away.
There have been reports from survivors of their appearance being preceded by a rattling-like sound, which may be their own teeth or giant bones hitting against each other. Once they have caught a human, they will immediately devour them, with the human's blood appearing to be absorbed directly into their bones, since they lack any digestive organs. It is unknown if they require the blood of humans for sustenance, or if their predatory behavior is motivated by something else.
I'm just saying, like, just give this to, like, I'm telling you, if you get, like, a whole big tank of just milk and leave it in there, I'm telling you, like, a big tank, I'm talking about at least 500 liters of milk, leave in the forest, they're probably gonna be happy and not kill no more humans. I'm just saying.
Monitoring and control of SCP-2863 instances was previously the responsibility of the Imperial Japanese Anomalous Matters Examination Agency.
Okay.
The IJA-MEA, which as the name suggests, was Imperial Japan's answer to the SCP Foundation, tasked with investigating the strange anomalies within their own borders for the benefit of the Empire.
Hell nah.
Several of the IJA-MEA agents who had been investigating the Gashadokuro at the end of World War II transferred to the SCP Foundation.
Oh, so it's an old SCP. Oh, we got no ad. It's an old SCP, huh? Like they knew. Okay, I see. So they use this like after they said after before the World War II. One though. Either way, it's old. It's old either way.
Foundation when the Anomalous Matters Examination Agency was disbanded and continued their work on the anomaly. They also provided their original files on the anomaly, which gave the Foundation their first information on the giant anomalous skeletons. According to the IJA-MEA's translated file, Gashadokuro are created by mass death, by the concentrated suffering of hundreds. While the Gashadokuro will eventually fade, they remain for centuries after their creation, lingering until their sorrow has diffused and faded. There is no way to hasten this process. The IJA-MEA file also explained that while conventional weaponry is useless against the anomalous skeletons, light can be used to banish the creatures, and either natural daylight or man-made light will...
So yeah, so I was right. The weakness is light, so even daylight, I was saying.
Suffice.
Okay.
When exposed to light, the skeletons will start to lose their corporeal form until they fade away completely. This doesn't kill instances of SCP-2863, though. It only temporarily neutralizes them.
So they'll come back.
Appearances of the same instance will often be reported the very next night. Just as the IJA-MEA had noted in their file, the SCP Foundation also made the connection between SCP-2863 and locations of mass suffering. While Imperial Japan's Anomalous Investigation Unit identified 203 instances of SCP-2863, the Foundation has since become aware of 3 others, each of which were found at sites connected to death and
that one looked like old. It's just mad dirty. The other one, I don't know, someone just, what happened to you, man? Will hit you in the back of the head with a rock or something? God damn, man.
The first new instance was found near Nanjing, China, the location of an especially brutal massacre during the Second World War that may have resulted in as many as 300,000 deaths. It's believed that the entity first appeared in this location in 1938, just after the massacre, while the city was still under the control of Imperial Japan. This has led some to speculate that the locations where Gashadokuro appear are inherently tied to the borders of Japan as a nation and have fluctuated with geopolitical changes.
I just woke up.
The second was discovered several kilometers from Fukuoka City in Japan, a city that saw heavy firebombs
they tried destroying it
by Allied forces during the war. The third was identified in 2011 in the Tohoku region of Japan, which is where the Fukushima nuclear disaster occurred. Each of these new instances appeared to bear injuries consistent with someone who suffered through the nearby tragedies, with the first showing evidence of crushed bones, the second appearing to have suffered intense burning, and the third missing teeth, which is common in cases of extreme radiation poisoning.
So, man, that's weird. So I'm getting off, like, that's has to be multiple people. So these, like, actually phones from, like, multiple people, like, in the area that the bad happens. Like, the first one, the war, where, you know, like, the bones were broken, a little bit, like, dirty, you know, the war and all that. The second one, the bombings, we had, like, cracked, everything, like, explosion, you know, like, holes and all that, like, it being exploded. And the third one, radiation, you know, no thieves. You know, I don't know, it liquefied the teeth because of the radiation. So one of them grew out like that, but without teeth.
These specific injuries add further evidence of the connection the Gashadokuro may have to human misery. The impermanent nature of SCP-2863 and their ability to manifest even after being neutralized has made long-term containment of this anomaly all but impossible.
It's gonna be Keter?
Classified as Keter.
Oh, well, so I know my SCP.
In the event that an instance is spotted, Mobile Task Force Omicron 3 is
see, I call it Keter too.
They will attempt to
say to one of you guys. That's how you say correctly, said. It's Keter.
Any civilians who are exposed to SCP-2863 and survive are given Class A amnestics so that they can hopefully move on with their lives and forget their horrifying encounter with the starving skeletons. Now go and watch another entry from the files of Dr. Bob, like SCP-966, Sleep Killer.
That one was pretty good. That's fine. What's what happened here?
Its preferred prey.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Turn on notifications so you don't
okay, there you go. All right, listen to it, guys. You know, hit the subscribe button. Go to 5,000 subscribers. We're almost there. We're like actually almost halfway there. You also turn on the notification, become one of the early gang, which means in the comment section first, which brings me to the comment section. We tell me games to play. Does not to be a Roblox game. Go to my video to react to, but please leave the video in the comment section. So it'll be easy for me to find. Or it could be like, hi, or how you doing? I will always try to reply back to you guys. And yeah, also hit the like button too. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's your boy Frame.